Hello everyone, how good of you to join. Welcome back to Crown Falls as we are looking and marveling at the beauty of our Iron Tower that we have over here. Well, with the Iron Tower, a lot of things change a bit. I guess we do have another attraction for my tourists. With that, we will get more customers. We do have a recipe that is working now and consuming all the customers that we already have for a nice boost for all my cities. And we also get a nice attraction bonus on top of that. And of course, the site for ourselves. The skyscrapers right next to it, we can finally upgrade. By the way, there is a balloon coming from the Central Park over here and marveling that. I would definitely like to take a ride with that if that would ever be possible. Now we have lots of these tier 1 skyscrapers in the area. I would really like to finish them. Oh, wait a second, there is a... Oh yeah, there is Benta once again messing around with my islands here. So let's take down these battleships there. I think she's going to take this one over. She has taken over this one, but we will take it back in 25 minutes. It's no problem really. I'm just a bit worried with all the battleships that she has in the region. By the way, we could be starting now with taking over one of her main islands. We do have the money, and it is not about taking it over itself that much that is problematic to me. It's more that I want to take down these cannons there to reduce her military score, because despite all the setbacks for her, she's still at 1000 military score, and we really cannot afford that. So I would like to take down one of her main islands now with shares. Of course, a direct confrontation would never be really good. Let's take down the smaller one here. And as we can see, it cost me 1.6 million per share and then another 11 millions on top of that. The major problem here would be the influence, as I really can't afford that many shares. I can really just take down this island there at once. And once we've taken over this one, I might be going for another one. I really want to reduce the military score. The problem here is also those tiny islands that she has. She's plastering them with cannons to boost her military score, right? This one and this one. It's impossible to really take them down with ships because they're plastered with big baddies really. Or this one here. So we are going to take them down here by shares, and it's really just the influence that is holding us back there a bit. That is a bit of a problem. Princess Jing, the occasional war declaration from her. She just wants to show really that she is still in the game, I guess. And we're going with peace right away. But she is totally down there, right? She has no chance against Benta, I think. And she will not be able to conquer anything back anymore. Let's just have a look now at the skyscrapers, because that's the important thing here. We do need to get a few of these up here now for the intense panorama effect that I would like to have. So let's go ahead with the middle ones here for sure. And then we can also do some of these guys here with at least a strong bonus that we can get them out here. So this one there as well. And there is an engineer one that gets its intense one, because it is of a different type than the other ones surrounding it. This is looking really cool there, by the way. So this is how I imagine it should be looking like. These towers in the towers, or in these blocks there. That's really cool looking. I love the engineer buildings there, and I'm definitely going to keep this one here as an engineer, even though of course it doesn't really fit in, but I think it's just looking really cool, so we're going to keep it. Let's have another one here that should still give me a strong effect. This is still intense, perfect. Of course, once we go with tier 3, we can once again change all of that once more as well. These two here should be fine as well. They're each getting a strong effect, perfect. And as we can see, my money is coming up there again. We are at 600,000 skyscraper maintenance at the moment. Truly, truly insane, the costs of these. Now a few more here. At least the moderate effect should still give me the bonus there. Yes, even with the moderate effect, they do have enough to sustain their own costs, right? Or even more than that. And that's at least something. Now, we could still upgrade one of these here. This one. It's a bit of a trickle work there. A bit of a finicky work that we have to do there.
A competitor's island is under siege.
There we still have lots of tier 1 skyscrapers that I do need to change a bit. Right, for the intense. As we can see, we're getting close to the 100k there once more. I can also build my third department store over here now. There you go. Once again, it's toasters. We haven't unlocked any other recipe at the moment. We're getting them with the quest line of the skyscrapers mostly. So I do need to wait there a bit still. Let's go ahead with another toaster. So 3 toasters now. So jewelry and light bulbs should really be skyrocketing in the best of their worlds, right? So yeah, light bulbs is full as we can see. Jewelry not so much as we can see. So jewelry, we might need to do something about that. I was hoping the jewelry would actually be pretty looking good here with all of them, but it seems like that's not the case. Alright, but we have more of them here, so let's go ahead.
Ship constructed.
Down here we could still have more skyscrapers, or over here, this is also a good location for more of them. Let's go ahead and have at least one block here, this one. Now, pearls actually is not a big problem for the jewelry because pearls are down in Crown Falls. We have a lot of pearls there in stock. That can only mean one thing to me, that I don't have enough ships. And yes, I only have one ship really on this trade route. So let's add another one to it right away so that we get more jewel or more pearls over to Crown Falls. Now back to Africa, we're still on the way to scholars that we want to unlock with Tabarim as we need to grow. Now in Tabarim we have now the linseed in, right? And that means I can now go ahead with my next production, that is the embroiderers. So let's go ahead with 2 that I was originally calculating. There it is. He's talking about clothes now. Kitima, the emperor, 80% we need to reach. Both of them do get that. The only other thing we still need is our mills. There we go ahead. They're now getting the linseed and making, well, cloth out of it, I think. Linen, that is. And I could actually have 4 of them now. I think, actually, let's go ahead and have 4 of them. There you go, because one mill is actually producing 2 per minute, and they're consuming only 1 per minute. So that's that, and they only really need the linseed for that. Another production chain well on its way for my people, and that's actually the last one. And then we can upgrade our shepherds to the next tier already. I'm also going to change something in the docklands here while we wait for Tabarim to catch up with the cloths that we have now. Instead of clay, I'm going ahead and I'm going to import the bricks directly because we don't need clay for anything else really. The ratio is a bit different of course, but that is still totally good here. So 1,200 bricks every 20 minutes. We could make this one to 200 sewing machines there as we're still producing a lot of sewing machines and going ahead there with all of that. I still need to check one thing is, yeah, we have enough steel, perfect, so sewing machines, no problem. And with that, I can get rid of now all the brick factories here that we no longer need. And yes, I know my balance is tanking there right now. That's because jewelry has now fully ran out. We are getting the pearls in already. This should be a thing of only a, well, a temporary thing. As they're starting production now, we should be seeing a positive balance there. Please tell me that it's positive. It's deeply positive. So once we have all the pearls, really, as we can see, it's going up again. I do, however, still really need to make sure that we have a stable influx of pearls all the time. So for that, I might be using one of my other products. We have the bread still. We have the sausage that I'm only using for the saltpeter as far as I can see, which is capped. So I could go ahead and go with the sausage, and then we're going to use this one here for the pearls, right? Probably not a very good ratio there, but 300 should be golden for a bit of pearl in addition that we need for the jewelries. Pretty vital that we keep the jewelry up there. Pocket watches, since we were running out, there it is, perfect. So pocket watches is full, has nothing to do with the pearls. Since we're running out with pearls, it should only affect the jewelry. That is going up already again. And everything else, as we can see, is pretty much capped for the consumer goods. But yes, it's just one product really that is causing all of this. So if one product runs out, we are bankrupt. Of course, we have a big of a buffer there, but only one product is enough right now to crush our economy. That's pretty insane. And that only just shows the challenge of the skyscrapers there, really. Battlecruiser, off you go. Or battleship, actually, we are going to destroy you. Did we get a second one? Nope, we could get a second one, but I'd rather save my influence for purchasing the shares over here. Let's go ahead with the next one. And now we can switch back to Africa real quick, because here we now have the finery in. Perfect. He wants me to build now a fire station and a photograph of trading post in the old world. Oh, I hope that Cape Trelawney is counting for that. Perfect. It is counting. I was worried right now that I should actually need to take an island in the old world. Of course, that is not our intention. Perfect, so he's happy with that. And let's go ahead. Yes, we can finally upgrade those people to the next tier. And let's go ahead and do this.
certainly this should help prime me for diplomacy with your rulers.
And there we have them now in all their glory, elders.
Binyam tells me your lands hold many strange wonders. Would you care to enlighten me?
Beautiful, really, really beautiful.
You reached a new
And with that,
milestone.
also the age of community has been reached. Now, building a fire station in Tabarum is not so easy as it sounds. We do have the fire station here, but it does require a connection to the canal. We also have the volunteer fireworkers. That is a mod, the firefighters. They don't require water. I'm not going to use that as that would be cheating. We do need this fire station here that requires water. Now, let's just see where we could place it, that it does reach a bigger amount of the people that we have in Tabarum. So over here, for example, we could have it, right? It's also not doing too much damage and hopefully to space that we have here. I think over here we could also have it, and it's still reaching most of the people there. This is just really the best option that we have. Let's go ahead and do this one, and then we still need the water pump over there. There you go. And the water pump then has the canal that goes right to that fire station. Like so. And of course here we do have them, because of the canal, a bit of an empty zone, more or less. I could use, well, some ornaments here to fill in the void. Now we can finally also build us some ornaments.
Brave people these, who will stay the devouring flames.
There you go. The firefighters are working now. Another thing that we can now finally get is the next construction material in Tabarum. That would be the mud bricks. So what we need for the mud bricks is two things. The clay collector, that is a new building, and we do need the tap farm. The tap farm, unfortunately, is another, well, farm. So that is more space once more that we need to utilize. Let's just have a look if we can squeeze in 3 of them in this corner, right? Because that would be fantastic if we could do that. Let's just see that I could have my road connection kind of like going like so. That's still going to be very tricky. I don't want to cut them off really. So we probably will need to do it like so. Right. And then we could have 1, 2, and perhaps a third one here. That should work out. They do need 168 fields. That is a lot. Oh my goodness, look at that. It needs to go all the way up there. This one here. This one we can fill in, perfect. And then it's only that one. And it's missing 8 fields. That is fine, right? I'm happy with that. Perfect, we have 3 of them. Let's build them. That is a lot of space. We have the warehouse here still, so this is perfect for the salt works that we still need and other coastal buildings. And then we only need a clay collector. This is producing every 15 seconds, so 4 clay per minute, which is perfect. Let's go ahead. We do need a river slot for that. Over here we still have one available that I would use. And then a warehouse here in this corner. So we really use this space here in the best possible way. And let's go ahead and build this one. So this is producing now the clay. And then we have the TAF over there. And then I only need the brick dry houses. We can afford 3 of them. They do, however, need 100 elder workforce. So quite a lot, really. Still, it's absolutely necessary that we have them. Let's just get them over here in the industrial zone. We still have a bit of space.
Ship under attack.
Oh, and there is another attack from Bente, but it's really just a tiny monitor that we don't really need to care about. Let's go ahead and have our 3 brick factories here. And let's build them. That's a lot of workforce, but it's going to be worth it because we're going to need those mud bricks for a lot of things. This warehouse is a bit full, perhaps, so we are going to build a second one right here. And we will upgrade it then as well in the future. Really, what is this guy here trying to achieve? And let's go ahead and upgrade us a few more. So after all, we do need that workforce, and it's just looking really nice there too. New city status, major district it's called now. With that, we unlock the hospital, the manuscripts, and glasses. Bear in mind, they need glasses now. Perfect. And they will also need a new service building. I think it's the Monastery. Over there it is. So with 130 more elders, we can place it. And I think we're going to place it then right here in the center, as it is the most beautiful building of Mbesa, basically. By now, in Crown Falls, not only are we capped with bricks once more, we also have now the chewing gums in that are coming from New World. With that, it means we can finally go for tier 3 skyscrapers. Also very important that we do this one. Those guys here still can't upgrade. I think they're not fully grown there yet. Nope, they're not. By the way, there's now 205 people in those buildings there. A lot for one building. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go for tier 3 skyscrapers right away. Well, let's start here in the center. There you go. And with that, we unlock more buildings. Do they bring me in some money now? Well, 2,000 per building. That's still not so much. They want the cognac and they want furniture store as their next demands, right? Holy cow. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about. Let's go ahead and upgrade basically all of the tier 2 skyscrapers. So if I select only one tier, I will only upgrade these tiers, right? So we are not getting all of them now, but only the tier 2 skyscrapers. There you go. So a few more taller buildings than ever. And let's also go ahead with those here. And I think also, can we do that? No, the engineer is not ready yet. There's another one that we can get even higher, and more buildings have been unlocked with that. We still have enough elevators. I'm surprised there too. With tier 3 skyscrapers now in the area, that also means I can upgrade the tier 2 ones or the tier 1 ones to tier 2, more of them, right? Because it would still add to the panorama effect now that we have them in this area. So they have their intense effect. With all the upgrades, the city is looking more majestic than ever. Also, we've reached level 60, so 71 influence we have. That's quite okay. So with that, we can afford perhaps another battleship. Let's afford another battleship. I need them anyway. We're pretty down on elevators, so I do need to wait for further upgrades. That is fine, and I'm glad that we started with the skyscraper so early, because it's really a long-term project that we have that needs to grow in the background while we do other things. And yeah, it's all leading then, of course, to the Empire State monuments that we're going to have then later on. Now in Mbesa, we do need to continue with the main storyline, Fascinating North Conductive. Let's wait for him to do something. Mbesa stretches from horizon to horizon. Holding such a dominion is not an easy task, and there are yet those who oppose me. That basically means we need to get those tribes here now together under his flag then. And also, now we get Biniam's vision, the great plans, and that is what we're looking out for, really. Biniam wants your help examining various architectural proposals for a monumental building he's calling the Research Institute. It is Biniam's belief that the expertise of scholars from all around the world might be brought together under one roof, a truly international campus university housed in the cultural nexus that is the old world. Basically, that is us, hopefully. Let's get this one. This guy is waiting over here with his scholars. And there we get the first draft of the Research Institute that we're going to build. Another monument, of course. And shop around. Find also other ideas for that. So there we have another thing. This is looking a bit bigger, I guess. He's also rejecting this plan. And then we have another one here. This is looking better. Now that's the Research Institute. And he's delighted to accept this proposal. Well, it's a wonder what these kind of people here actually can propose to us, right? Now, in order to continue, we still also need to renovate the Empress Palace that we have over there, a beautiful building. By the way, can we walk around here? That is really cool. We can really walk around in this building. Even though, of course, it's not really part of our city, we can still marvel the beauty of this game. And let's go ahead and renovate it. So for that, we do need to clear the rocks here. The logs that we have. There's also some more logs over there.
Can bring a people together better than bathing blissfully together.
And select Ketima, play the Mbesa hymn using the goats. So we just basically had the goats to sing now. I just finished that riddle, and we've already done this 2 times. So third time is really not necessary.
So he is finally come, all been sent. It was but a matter of time.
Maintain the position Her Majesty set out in her letter. Use any means at hand to achieve the necessary result. A personal failure would be unacceptable. I swore to myself I'd never return. Swore it. But how? You? And why are you here? Ah, yes, of course. Yes, of course. Her Majesty has no qualms with free traders. But please, no politicking here, for the Crown has a vested interest in Inbeza.
Let it not be said a guest was made to feel unwelcome in Inbeza, regardless of his bearing. Let him settle, so long as it is not on our land. We shall refrain for the time being and observe.
Alright, so basically while we helped the Emperor, Archie came in with a royal letter from the Queen, and she wants to claim this land now for herself, and basically this is the main story that follows now the conflict between the two parties, and we're in the middle of that, and we need to negotiate, of course, and hopefully bring this one to a better end. This is the main story, we still need to follow that, we don't have the Research Institute yet, and so we continue here then onwards. Stay tuned.
Welcome him in my name.